I know it's been a while. Um, yeah, I'm just not really sure what to do content-wise. I figured I'd visit my trap build that I made ages ago. See if I can't improve on the design. So I noticed that current design is a 4x4. I'm gonna see if I can't extend that to this by simply making the cone a little, like, attaching things and rerouting things a little differently. It might ruin the whole build, it might not. We're gonna experiment and find out. If I post this, that means it worked. If I didn't, you know, what happened. So the main problem, it appears, is if I get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, the whole cone is no longer attached now. See, I could fix this by adding something here, then I'm pretty sure that blocked the cone from expanding, which is a big no-no. Another method of what I could do is simply just, we could do this, do that, and then do this. That'd fix the cone problem, but then we got this problem here. So we're probably gonna want, okay. These can go away. Alright, we're gonna remove this cone bit here for now, and we're just gonna work with everything here. Okay. So, this is a big change, so this will be version 4 of the build. So we're gonna try to expand upon that stuff. Now the big problem is that you can't, like, it's protecting, this layer of the cone is protecting these things. So I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work, because again, this is a very, very, very compact build. Unless these guys are no, they're not attached to this. I guess I could attach it to, hold on now. We're cooking. We're cooking here. So instead of using this here, I could just replace it with that. It would be a little less armored on the outside. I don't really mind that though. Or I could place it here, because this is already unarmored. Or I could place it, let's see if I can get rid of that. There we go. Place it there, because that there is not connected. Place it there. I could place it here, which would be armored. Hold on now. Then I'd have to fit two. I have to find two spaces for it. So I could fit one there, and I could fit one probably, or I can move it inside here. That ruined my appetite, and I kind of think I need that -12. So problem, problem, problem. We fix them as we go. Okay. So since this is connected to here, right. So I think we remove this. That disconnects that. Yep. Thing is though, no, it'll be fine. Because this is the only thing that's protruding out. And then this should be all connected there. So we're going to get rid of you and you. here to be the connector. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up. We'll find out eventually. We're going to remove these, and we're going to test this real quick before I push forward this entire idea. Let's connect this with, let's just do this. Let's spawn in and see what has changed, if at all. Okay, so we're still operating normally. Let's see, yeah. It does not affect it in the slightest. All functions are normal. Cool. Alright. Yeah. Okay, bro. What are we doing? Okay. Yeah, that works, and it's more, again, it's more armored and safe kept, so good. Good. Very nice. A problem I am having is covering up these corners. I tried maxing it out, but it's just not working. I'm not exactly sure to do, other than add more armor to try to cover it up. Again, I don't have the appetite for that, so it's, oh well. Let's start doing this. Put that there. Okay. That's an electrode. Remove that. Put that there. I'm sure it covers all the same anyway. And then, yeah, okay. Another electrode. Can we delete this one? I want to delete this one. Can I please delete that one? Cool. Put an electro there. And remove that one. Alright, cool. So now we gotta focus on this, what will change up here. So initially, these all go that way. So I have to make sure it doesn't connect with that. This was originally not connected to there, but now we can connect it to that. So we are able to do a little shimmy sham ra here. I believe we're, that's a problem, ain't it? Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do, we'll do that for now on all sides, and then see how it looks. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3. And we're going to spawn in and see if everything operates normally. Okay. Everything does operate normally. It should be cleared because of that drill there. Okay. So that gives us the benefit of having more to work with there. Of course, now I have to figure out what to do there in terms of funneling the creatures inside. And if I could I even do that though is the real question. Just gonna have to figure it out. Dude, retard alert. Holy. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. Dude. It's like everyone sees a big guy and goes, let's kill that thing. Let's annoy the crap out of it, even though it has a bajillion HP. Okay. believe that'll let us get a lot more stuff in here. But the problem is I don't have anything to cover it because everything is taken up here. Yeah. I would have to lower something or I'd have to move something into position with a muscle. And I don't have room for a muscle here unless I can figure out a shimmy shim shimmy ya type deal. Because all I need to do is push this here without interacting with any other of the things. Let's see here. If I push that there, push this there, we're going to put you there, and we're going to put you here. Will it affect anything? It would. Why? Because it's not connected to anything that's stable. Because this whole part is moving. Okay. What if I stick it here? Because this is not attached to anything that's moving, right? No. So I can then just move the muscle there and attach it there. Okay, we're going to do this on all sides and figure out how to proceed from here if this works. Okay. Place that there. Place that there. Big problem though is if this is connecting to anything major. It is not. Sweet. Okay, there. 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 Okay. Spawn in. That's water. Okay. Let's get moving into a different position. So with my current design, I won't need something fancy to keep up the structure of the cone, which is very, very nice. Okay. I don't like this game. I don't like this game at all. I hate this game. 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 Okay. Hold fast. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna have to do it without hold fasting, apparently. Okay. This works. This works. My only concern is that it may catch on dirt, which I could fix, actually. And it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I could fix that easy. So main point is that it works, and now we have free space to move a muscle here to potentially have a better like funnel, so that way creatures don't fall down here. We are also going to need something there that pushes up. So we're gonna do some shenanigans with the muscles, definitely. To see if I can't do anything. We're gonna fix this first though. We're gonna place it more to this side, so that way this drill covers that. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I think I have hidden. So if you want to try to make this on your own, this is like a very basic model to go off of. But yeah, I'm sure you can recreate this if anyone's still interested in this build. It's more of just something I'm interested only, and something I can only think about making right now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that works entirely now. And now we're gonna do some shenanigans with the muscles here. We're going to attach a muscle to you here. And now that I think about it, this will only get in the way. So we're going to remove this. We're going to have to figure out a way to connect the cone. I could think of some shenanigans to do with that as well. Yeah, but for now we're just going to have to deal with this. So what I want to do is I want to have a wedge here. And what I want to do is have a block pop up there. But it may not work even with this wedge here, so we're going to test the wedge first, honestly. Yeah, okay, we're just going to test the wedge. I do have some concerns, but I'll address them when I need to address them. Oh, that does not connect the cone. Okay, we're just going to do this then. Okay. Spawn in. We're going to test the muscles now. Okay, everything opens up, and that places that there. Perfect. What I could do is I could move that around, have more of a solid structure. Definitely. I wish people would just leave me alone to test things on my own. But I could, in fact, try to shimmy sham shimmy awesome this wall to push up one more to get a better cone effect going. Definitely. Right now the armor is looking miserable, but I have some solutions potentially for this, so just gonna have to roll with it. All I need to know is that the wedges do work right now. And so, only major problem I see is I won't be able to drill this anymore unless I attach it to that. It'll hold the same position, and I think it would drill a little better actually. So we're going to shimmy shim this bit here. Okay. We need to make sure that it's not attached to this bit here. So we're going to remove this section of our trap here to see what this affects. And actually now we're just going to go full on into it. We're definitely going to have to make this a thing like this for future purposes to make the thing go up how I want it to go up. We're going to spawn in and test it real quick. Doom. Okay, perfect. Everything is functioning normally, as everything should be. And now the great test is to essentially see what I can do here. I might have to give up the electric things in order to make this like work, like really work, and be protected at the same time. Yeah. Okay, let's also do the electros real quick. Yeah, the electros are fine. As long as everything is protected by the electricity, yeah, it all works. So I'm gonna have to figure out a method to cover up. Never mind, I just realized what I could do with that actually. Hold on now. I'm cooking. I am cooking. So it's going to need to get rid of that. We're going to place this here. Or no. We need to place it opposing that. So that way it covers up that portion. Surely this works. Surely. Then I need to figure out how to connect the cone again. So let's figure out this first though. Okay, so we're gonna have to move this. Where do we move this to? We could move it and replace it with one of these. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We can't afford to lose intestines. Or can we? No, no, no. We work with the appetite we got. Okay, and then we're gonna have to move you, move you, move you. Down. Or I could move an intestine there. Honestly, yeah, let's just move the intestines there for visual stuff. Boom, boom, boom. And then, come on now, boom, cool. So we're going to try a little thing here. We're going to remove these things here. And, whoa, okay, you are supposed to be a wedge. We're going to place in this here, this here, this here. Oh, hold on now. I gotta place in the rest of these. That, that, that. We're going to do that on all sides here. Okay, now that we have this, we're going to place in. Okay, so we'll have to place in something like this. Okay, does this connect to anything? It does not connect to anything. Perfect. Then we'll have to connect it up to like that. Okay, perfect. Wait. Am I doing a lot of useless things right now? Okay, so I removed this part because it was in the way. Of this. But I didn't need to do all that, didn't I? Shoot. Okay. Okay. So when this pushes out, it takes the whole floor with it. We're just going to test it with this. And we're going to... Yeah, we're just going to test it with that. On all sides. See if this works. Yep. Oh, we need to connect that as well. Right. I suppose we connect it from there. 1, 2, 3, and it needs to be right here instead. We're going to have to do this. Okay, and then we remove that. Place in that. Perfect. Works. The cone is going to be such a pain to figure out how to tie back into the build. Activate. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot smoother. And I did not need to do all of that stuff. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Honestly, just perfect. Yeah, this works. And so I have room to still have everything in place. Let's check the electric. The electric is doing fine. Check the electric again. My main concern is up here, which may not be reached anymore because of, holy cow, bro. Can we not be idiots, everyone? Actively trying to test something. Like, bro. We're going to hold fast. I said we're going to hold fast. We're going to substrate displace, and then we're just going to do that. And then we're just going to test it this way. Okay. Okay. This is what I was looking for in the cone shape. The problem is the addition of this here. This will probably end up ruining the drill bit, which is a big concern of mine. We could still try to work with it though. We're just gonna have to do some funny things per usual. And my big problem right now is that this is not covered up. I really wanted to cover up that with something. Let's see. What could I do to manipulate this? Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. It's going to be a very costly one on the appetite, but it will work. Yes. Appears lag might affect this build a lot. May affect the build. But as everything stands, it works. Sure. And I'm not entirely sure how creatures will interact with something pushing up instead of to the side. This might be a disaster. We'll find out though when we field test it in its final form. Ooh, I just noticed something. I just noticed something. Ah, never mind. Okay. The major problem right now is this thing. If I can move that to someplace like... Oh wait. To someplace like here. Then I can block that up. Yo. But then I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to move it down there. Very bad things. What are you? You are that. Got it. So I cannot remove you. Anyway, let's just do my idea I had earlier. Put that there back. Okay. So my idea earlier was simply to take this and, okay, we're gonna have to do some shimmy-ya, shimmy-shim right there. Perfect, perfect. And then we can do that. And then we can do this. Yes. It's a little more expensive than I'd hoped, but it gets the job done. And we'll be able to do the things we want to do. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna spawn in and see how this works. Displays, and then poof. Okay, why was that such a delayed thing? It kind of defeats the purpose now. Okay, hold on. Let's get flat, and then let's hold fast. Subject, okay. Okay, what is causing that problem? Okay, it opens quick. That is not going up. Why is that not going up? Is that connected to something? That is connected to something. Okay, that doesn't matter then. Right. Did I forget to add that there? Okay, yeah. I forgot to add that there, but it's slow to close, quick to open, which is fine. A-okay to me. But it mobilizes this entire thing here. I don't know how I feel about this, though. It's kind of like, but necessary to conceal the build. Ugh. Yeah, it's just something I'll get to work around. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be deleting version 3. I think I'm just going to be keeping version 4 and 3. Because this doesn't seem very, like, Dangamabob-esque. Yeah. Okay, where are you? I'm going to fix you. We're going to look around real quick. Because someone doesn't have a thing. You don't. We're going to do this. Going to spawn back in. Look at everything that is nice and clean. Because we made it nice and clean. Gotta wait so we can get the hold fast off so we don't get bullied. For example, I just dodged that guy. Okay. Boom. Alright. This is the new thing. I don't like how exposed that is, but it was always kind of exposed. So, yeah. Anyway. Now it's a lot like a thing. It's a lot more like a thing. Thingamabob. We're gonna have to do good on messing with that. We can return that to its normal thing, I think, actually. So, yeah. I think we can return everything to normal in the mouth bit, so we're gonna reverse things on that. Yeah. Cool. if we add things in place like so. Figure that out, definitely. Definitely got to figure that out. Okay. We can return pretty much everything in here to normal. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Okay, let me just push y'all. Grab y'all. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Cool, cool, cool. We're gonna place in mouths now. One there. One there. One there. One there. Perfect. Perfect. Then we're gonna place in the intestines back. There. 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 Then we're going to place in the electro thingies back in their places. Then we're going to place in our stingers back in their places. We are going to place in I ran into a predicament. We're gonna have to do something like this. Now it has to attach to where? Has to attach to that. Or where does that have to attach? What was that thing again? It was an electric thing. Let's delete that, put that there. I'm lost all of a sudden. What did I do on accident? Okay, something's not connected. Pushed back to there, okay. Okay, I understand what I did. This. Put that back in, put that back in, put that back in, put that back in. What? Okay, so what were you then? Feeder, healer. I have 2 healers. 1, 2. Okay, so you were a feeder. My bad, gang. Okay. Let's spawn in now. Oh. Oh. Okay. Jump. Ting. Cool. Alright. Wait for the build thing to go off. Let's try to hold fast. Perfect. Hold fast, and then muscle. Hold fast. Okay. Slow close. Decent opening. I bet that's just because of lag right now. But it looks like everything is good. And I figured out what I'm going to be doing for that there. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Uh-huh. I figured it out. I figured it out. Cool. Dude, I'm so hungry. I need to go eat something. Man, oh man. Ugh. After I figure all this, I will figure out how to properly connect the cone, because this little thing will not do. It will not do. Actually, let me look at the muscles now. That is mainly so that doesn't connect to there and is able to push up. Okay. So that necessarily doesn't have to do that. That pushes out. Okay, okay. Alright, anyway, what was I doing? Right, these things go away. I'm gonna need them to go away. I'm gonna need them to get replaced with, let's do a appetite efficient way of doing this. And then we're going to be placing in one of these on all sides here. And now I need to find a way to feed the masses while balancing this stupid stuff. So, yeah. What I could do is put a feeder there, a feeder there. Or is that correct? It's right next to the thing. It's right next to the thing. Okay. And then we could do a electric thingamabob on that. And on that, we could then place a little bit of a that, a little bit of a that, a little bit of a that, and a little bit of a that. Very, very nice. We're going to spawn in and we're going to test if everything is still functioning. Because I don't want to get far into a project and break everything. Come on, do this now. Cool. Alright, and substrate. And okay. That be a problem. What is the problem? What is getting stuck? This is getting stuck. What is it connected to? Okay. Is there... What has happened? I do not understand. This should be normal, because it's not connected to anything. This is not normal. Why is this not normalized? Or wait, hold on now. I understand, it's because of that. Okay. I get it now. I understand it now. But we have increased our deadliness by a lot. I just realized what that was making. Uh-huh. Ugh, so hungry. So hungry, I cannot wait to eat after I make this thingy. How am I gonna work around the shell? I do not have a central pillar, and both of these sides are kinda unavailable right now. I could take the fall on one side, actually. Okay, this is our problem in here, so we're going to quickly fix our problem with a wedge, which is actually very, very nice. Very, very nice. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to spawn back in, and then that should fix our problem. Please, 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 please. Activate this. Perfect. Muscles. Come on, baby, come on. What is causing the discourse now? Oh. Oh. That was not a smart move. These are causing the problem now. I need to connect that to something else. That thing right there. Okay. Huh. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we just wasting DNA? Ugh. So hungry. Hungry, hungry, hungry. Okay. I feel like we could definitely do something here. I just don't know what. Okay. This needs to be removed. 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 Okay, this ties into the cone actually. We'll place these guys on the cone because the cone isn't moving. Which brings me to my next point is that I might be able to do something here because all the moving parts. This goes up, this comes out. It goes up, comes out, and then so this leaves this at like an awkward spot. So if I could do something like this, and then have a way to connect over here, there, and then connect up like this, I think this just might work for that. And that would give me the ability to put in things like a electro here. And it shouldn't affect much. No, it will affect no, it won't. It'll just bring it up. And if I do something like this, it will just move with that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We have a design now. We have a design. Move that, move that. Place it in like that. No. Like that. Perfect. Delete that. Delete that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Still trying to keep the armored aspect of this alive. Yep. So that way we can then place things off of that without worry. There. There. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then we have all that. So then, okay. This is an idea as well. This won't work. That won't work. We're going to have to move out this way and then up there. Okay. So that won't work, I just realized. Dang, because I need to extend out the platform. Still, yeah, this comes out. Oh, I thought I had something there. I thought I was a genius. A genius. I thought I had the biggest brain in the world. Get rid of that. Okay, that there. And I need to get rid of you there. I need to do that. I need to get that builder back. Builder back. Come on, give me the builder. Where the builder at? Builder there. Builder there. Okay. Can I pet that dog? Honestly, it'd have to cover it better. It'd probably have to build there and there. Shouldn't affect much, really, right? All of the lights. Oh, it will affect stuff. Okay. I understand now. Right. We're going to build here instead. 1, 2. Skip a few. 3. Ooh. Yeah, hold on. That works. 1, 2. We're going to place back in these here. Right. We're going to place in that, and that should be everything done and dusted. Finally! Finally! Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Right, now we just doom, doom. Okay. Doom, doom. I believe that is all we require. Okay. We gotta remove these then. And then we gotta place in. We gotta place in these like this. Or no. Like this. Like that. Like this. Like that. And then we're going to place in the electro stuff here. And where? Across the way. Here. And then the healing, no, the feeding stuff here. Across the way. Here. And then we place in, or we don't place in that. Or wait, hold on. Yeah, we do place in this. We place in that. We place in that. We place in that. We place in that. We're going to spawn in. Going to remove this temporarily. Jump to a location in which I can look at the build properly. Okay. Let us hold fast, and then let's just do that. Okay, what has changed? What is wrong? Okay. Still can't go up due to that. Is there any way I can shimmy shim my way around it? No, there is not. Okay. I cannot add it to something moving. Wait. I think I'm just gonna move him there, honestly. Right there. Huh. Very, very interesting dilemma we have here. Yeah. Have to move it. Move it, move it. We'll have to move it, move it. We like to move it. I think we just replace this here with that there, armor it up a little more, and then it'll be good. We could place it there and then armor it up there. Yeah, that works. That works. As you can see, the armor still works. Hallelujah, we did our mission. Remove you, place you there. Remove you, place you there. Food, remove you, place you there. Remove you. Hold on now. Place you there. Place you there. Electro there. Electro there. And we place in a shell here. Shell here. Shell here. Shell there. Then it is more armored that way. And then perfect. Perfection. Perfection. I wonder if I can get away with this. But we're not going to try that now. We're going to test the build out. Where am I? Okay. And hopefully this is what I want. It is not. What are we getting caught on? It makes no sense. Okay. Having trouble closing. Why is this the case? I see, that's the point of contention there. Okay. I can work with this. I can work with this. Right there. Yep. Right there. We're going to have to remove this though, I'm pretty sure, which is not fun. Not fun. Or wait, no, we won't. W builder. I love my building. I am thirsty. I could use some water and food, some sustenance, please. I want to be done with this. And then I have to edit this. I don't plan on making grand edits. Quite frankly, I'm tired. So, anyway, we're going to be working with you. We're going to be working with you, and you. From my understanding, it is y'all that are causing the problem. So we're going to do a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. And that should fix things up, hopefully. Alright, and then we just do this, and we run over this way, and we take a look-see. Oh, this is one of my former spots where I was testing. Hopefully I land right up. Good. And then we're going to hold fast, we're going to subtract, and we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to unhold fast because that breaks things apparently. Boom. Okay. Okay, this is the problem now. We fix that, but that is the problem now. What can I do for that? I have an idea. I have an idea. We're nearly there. The finish line, I can taste it. And actually, this is a lot more armor than my V3, I think. Yeah. Which is pretty nice, pretty nice. The drilling has yet to... I just realized I'm not even close. I have to figure out the drilling of the sides now and making sure this thing sits right in the earth. Oh gosh. This is gonna be torture, ain't it? This is gonna be torture, ain't it? Lord have mercy, son. Alright, right, the point of contention was you, so we're going to remove... Nope, that was entirely incorrect. What did I just remove? I removed a whole block. What did I remove? What did I just get rid of? Ah, yes, that. Okay. We need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that. And then we need to get rid of that. That. Perfect. And then we're going to replace it by doing that, 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 that. Then we're going to remove you, remove you, remove you, remove you. Okay. So the thing was doing that. That was causing trouble. So what can we do? pushes out, and then it comes back in. So we place it in like so. But then this becomes a problem. Huh. So that became a problem. Wonder, could I shimmy shong a shenanigan thing here? Could I make this part of the cone is what I'm wondering. Okay, it pushes up one, so I have to make it here. I have to make it there. Could do this. And then we do that. This might be insanely stupid, but it just might work. Come on now, come on now. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do that, and then we're going to do that. Oh, buddy. Oh my goodness. Fast opening, slow closing, but we create like a demon. Like it goes from just 4 teeth to just having more teeth than ever, bro. And it tries to grab. I like how like it kind of tries to grab with more. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, yes. Okay. I like this. I think we're complete here. I'm gonna look at the appetite that we have and the torque we still have left and determine whether or not I want to add more things to it. But this is pretty much the complete design of the version 4 of my guy. I'm going to test it right now, actually. Give me a second. Okay. Let's find a spot before we despawn. Quick! Quick! Okay. We can move around just fine. I like that. We're going to find a decent spot here, something level, like this. We're going to hold fast. We're going to doom, boom, boom. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay. We're gonna drop. We're gonna let the thing do the work. Do this. Give us a better thing. Move down. Yep, yep, yep. We're going to hold fast again. We're going to deploy muscles. And then we're going to do this again. We're going to hold fast. We're going to move down. Do this. Hold fast. Do this. Do that. Builder. Oh my goodness. It works. It works. It works. It works. Holy moly, it works. It works. It works. It works. It works. It works. Holy cow. We have 13 torque, minus 25 appetite. I could optimize this more. Am I gonna? You convinced me. We could definitely get away with a lot more by removing some intestines and then replacing some things around here. We're going to remove this intestine here. Actually, we're going to remove that one. Okay, we're going to just briefly remove this stuff from here. Okay, we're going to place in you. We're going to place in you. And we're going to determine what we have left with that. We have 12 appetite left with that. We are able to get away with this, 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 and then we are able to get away with that, 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 and that. Perfect. Holy moly, boy. And if we are able to get away with more, we can, but 13 twerk works for me. And that is the Mark IV, baby. Pitfall Trap V4. Save new. Perfect. Holy cow. I'm gonna delete this. I don't like it. Mini picture. Gonna delete this. I ain't never gonna use it. Puncher. Failed design. Not gonna use it. Elevator. Still might work on. Yeah. Pretty good. 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 And that is all I have for you. We have a working design. The drilling still works. The cone still works. The cone actually fits better, I think, now that I've looked at it. So yeah, we are having a jolly old time. This thing still cannot feed itself on the surface, which is, yeah. But, you know, it still works. So, yeah. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you for watching.